This episode of WGW Today is being sponsored by touringplans.com, and you're looking for unbiased, unofficial, but really great information about planning your trip to Walt Disney World. There's no better resource than touringplans.com. It's the home of Lines, one of the best attraction wait times for your smartphone applications, as well as touring plans to help you plan efficiently your next Walt Disney World trip. And lots of other great stuff on there. Great blogs. I love reading that stuff. Check them out online at www.touringplans.com.
Bringing the world to your world, this is Walt Disney World Today. Here are Mike Scopa, Len Testa, Mike Newell, and your host, Matt Hochberg.
It's Monday, October 25th, 2010, and this is episode 790 of WDW Today. I'm Matt Hochberg of StudioCentral.com. Joining me on today's show is Len Testa, co-author of the Unofficial Guide to Walt Disney World. Welcome to the show, Len.
Matt, I'm a bit disappointed to learn something for Halloween this year. Apparently, you can't crumble your Nestle's Crunch into a bowl, pour milk on it, and call it cereal.
My God, when will the liberals learn?
It's socialism. That's what it is. I'm very sad about that.
Thank you, Juan Williams.
Also joining us on today's show is Mike Newell of Mouse World Radio. Mike, what are your Halloween plans?
Halloween is my anniversary. We got married on Halloween, so I am not going to tell you what my plans are.
I should know that, Mike, because I know that your anniversary is listed in the WDW Today Wiki.
That's right.
Which is at wdwtoday.com/wiki. It's really great. It's a resource that has like everything that we've ever talked about, cross-reference to everything we've ever joked about. It's a really great resource, and we got to give honors to Philip from the UK, who spends way too much of his personal time on there. But we really thank Phil for all that work. So check out his hard work at wdwtoday.com/wiki.
Thank you, sir.
Also joining us on today's show is Fred Hazelton, a master statistician for touringplans.com. Welcome to the show, Fred.
Hey, Matt, I'm racking up the frequent podcast miles. Just wait to catch them in.
Wow.
Now, Fred, in Canada, you guys don't celebrate Halloween. You celebrate Great Polar Bear Day. And how are you planning to spend Great Polar Bear Day?
I'll probably just
penguin, perhaps.
Yeah, I'll probably just make fun of Americans like I usually do.
Why would this day be any different?
Well, you got nothing else to do. I mean, it does snow there 24 hours a day.
Every day.
Every day of the year.
I can hear
the movie.
So on today's show, we're going to be talking about fireworks and comparing the different fireworks shows among the parks. And, well, there's only 3, so we'll talk about the 3 that exist. And, Mike Newell, where would you like to start today? Which fireworks show would you like to start with?
Wow, let's start with the studios, Matt.
Fantasmic. Fantasmic is now, it's like the kid that had the really smart kid in elementary school that turned into
a beautiful princess.
I was gonna say
what were you gonna say? Go ahead.
I was gonna say it was the kid that, the really smart kid you thought had all the potential in the world, and then turned into, I don't know, you just can't get through to him because obviously I love Fantasmic, but it is just so close to impossible to see it now with the schedule. But that being said, I love Fantasmic. I really believe it's the best nighttime spectacular in Walt Disney World, and I'll tell you why. It's because it contains elements, the key elements to any good Walt Disney World attraction. It's not just about fireworks. It's not just about story. It's got everything. It's got a story, which is huge to it. The other fireworks shows have varying degrees from none or very little to some story, but Fantasmic is all about story. It's got great entertainment. It's got the great acting portrayals, and it's got fireworks. You don't agree with me, Len?
I'm not a fan of the show. I think it's so heavily dependent on Disney story and characters, and for me, it's hard for me to tell the difference between that and Wishes, really, or pretty much any sort of thing that goes on in the Magic Kingdom. It's not really the studio's own identity, the way like Illuminations is for Epcot.
You don't think? I mean, you complain. Well, I mean, the story thing. I mean, that's kind of Disney World.
Yes, aren't you? You can barely talk right now.
It's Disney World's MO.
There's so many things wrong with my conversation with my argument that you don't even know where to begin. Go ahead.
I just think. All right. Well, this is inevitably going to turn into the other ones also, but I'll stick. I just think that the story is its strength. It's that it isn't just you sitting there and looking at the sky and being like, ooh, ah. it's there's more to it than that. That's what I really like about it, is that it's not a one trick pony. It's got a couple different elements.
What is the story? What's the overarching theme?
It's a good perseveres over evil. It's Mickey is dreaming, and the villains invade his dreams, and Mickey fights them off.
Okay, so what's the mini story within Wishes is also good defeats evil.
But its story is far less developed. It's more of a just like you said. But I don't think its story is as well developed. Is my point. I think
besides, Fantasmic's got water and fire. I mean, that's
water and thank you, Fred.
If they could just throw in some earth, maybe
exactly.
And some wind.
We'll be grooving tonight.
It'd be the triple threat.
What do you think of Fantasmic, Noel?
That'd be the great name for a rock band. Somebody should try that.
I'm a big fan of Fantasmic. I've always liked Fantasmic. The only thing is that it's very difficult to get in and get a good seat, and with the crowd, especially now, like you said, since they've come back.
The crowd and the seating and
Well, yeah.
I know. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. I would say though, I mean, you can make the comparisons also to Disneyland, and Fred, and Len, you would probably agree with me that the seating is the stadium is a superior viewing method than standing around the rivers of America to see Fantasmic, right?
Or having to get fast passes for a show 12 hours later for a World of Color.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean that's Fantasmic, and those are the reasons why I like it so much. But let's talk about Illuminations, since that was one that was brought up. And Len, why do you like? Tell us a little bit about Illuminations. Why you like it so much?
I like Illuminations because it's number one, it's more adult themed. It doesn't have Disney characters in it, and the theme isn't, if I may say so, it's not overly simplified like good versus evil. It's a more complex theme. The fact that there's no overt narrative means that you have to use your imagination to fill in the blanks in what it is and what it means. And I think that because of that, and because of the symbolism that goes on during the show, it means something slightly different to everyone. Mm-hmm. I think the music is fantastic. Actually, I think Illuminations is the best nighttime music Disney's ever had. This particular incarnation of Illuminations, and I think the way that they incorporate World Showcase pavilions into the Illuminations is also unique and makes it much more interesting. It's timed to the music very well. The effects are appropriate. It's very good. And again, you really can't go wrong with a boat that shoots fire. If Thunder in Paradise, the TV show, has ever taught us anything, right? You can't go wrong with a boat that shoots fire.
Just blow stuff up. That's the way to do it.
Thank you, Hulk Hogan.
The thing about Illuminations is that I think it's the one nighttime show that brings people back, especially regulars like us. It has a lot of repeatability into it. Unlike, I think, Fantasmic, none of us really, unless there's a specific reason, we're not going to line up to go see that thing, because it's basically exactly the same every night. But for some reason, Illuminations just has a bit more draw. It's just that kind of thing that doesn't matter how many times you've seen it, you still want to see it again. Like I find myself, I'm noticing little segments about the music or about the video that you haven't noticed before, and it can kind of have a different meaning every time you watch it too.
I think the fact that you can walk all the way around World Showcase gives you a little bit different perspective on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This last time that I went, I went with Henny in May this year. We actually walked from the American Adventure, or the U.S. Pavilion, through Mexico to see where the good spots were, and it's really telling. Some of the spots are just terrible. Anything around the trees near Germany is just really, really bad. But there's some really good spots over
Canada.
By Canada. The Cantina has some amazing spots now. La Hacienda actually has a really good place in the back, the Mexican place. Really, really, really good to view the fireworks, but it's also very remote. But but the fact that you can walk around so much more instead of just sitting in different seats gives it a different perspective as well.
I think my two biggest issues with Illuminations, the viewing notwithstanding, because every fireworks show is no fireworks show is perfect, like where you could see it perfectly anywhere you stand in the park. So you
Except
can't
for Illuminations, but go ahead.
Okay. Anyway, first of all is the boring scene, the part where nothing's going on except for the globe is doing something. And
I'm sorry, the part where you're supposed to be thinking.
the part where no one can see.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. keep
This
talking.
leads to my second problem, which is that it's very hard to see what's going on the globe because even though they have upgraded the globe in recent years, it's still hard to see what's going on over there. I just don't think the idea is great, but I think either the globe is too small or it's just too difficult to see the actual scenes. What's being shown on the on the land part? Of course, the Earth being surrounded by 75% water doesn't help anything, but I just don't. I think the problem's compounded by the fact that you have that large amount of the show is what I would what I label myself, the boring part. It's the part where nothing's going on. There's no fireworks going on. There's nothing going on in the lagoon. It's just the globe spinning and showing, different things going on. And again, it's compounded by the fact that you can't. It's hard to see what's going on the globe.
I always thought that part of the show was called the tequila break. That's where we go get more tequila.
Everyone drinks. Quick round.
Quick round. Nice. What's your thoughts on it, Newell?
Oh, that's my favorite. Illumination is totally my favorite. Like Fred brought up, I could see it from 11 different countries on 11 different nights, and it's still a different show to me.
Yeah, I mean, it's got staying power. I mean, how long has it been around now?
Yeah, I mean, it's 10 years. I mean,
Yeah.
And it's basically exactly the same. Like even when it went through the change, it wasn't that different, right?
no, they changed a little bit of they changed the post-show music, right?
Right. The pre-show music was changed to what it is
Pre-show.
now. But
And-
I think the show itself, but like you said, with the addition of the refurb globe, I don't think much else has changed.
I think.
okay.
Oh, go ahead, Fred.
I was just going to say, as opposed to Wishes, where it's gone through, several different versions, and every couple of years they change it up. Now, I suppose there are reasons to do that, but there's something to be said for Illuminations, the fact that it hasn't changed and it doesn't really need to.
You also got to mention the holiday tags that you get at Christmas.
That's right. So you get holiday tags for Wishes, right? You get them for Illuminations. Do you get them for Phantasmic?
No,
No,
same show.
no, you don't. Yes.
That's because awesomeness does not need to be plussed.
But you see, you bring up a good point, though. If you're looking for fireworks that has the characters in them, that's the best one to go see, I think. Whereas,
Yeah.
if I have little kids with me, I don't know if I'm going to go to Illuminations because they might not get. I mean, fireworks are cool regardless. But if you're looking for that added, little bit of fun with the characters, that's. Then
Can I just say that Illuminations has ruined fireworks for me outside of Walt Disney World?
That is so true. You go anywhere
that's
else,
true.
Anywhere.
and you're like
Anywhere.
ho
And
hum.
the
These
fireworks
are okay.
lame.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, you just go anywhere, and it's like, all right, is there any music to this? Really?
I hate to say it.
Lights, lasers, come on, anything?
I hate to say it, but the Christmas illuminations blows away the regular
Oh
illuminations.
yeah.
The Christmas
I
tag
remember,
at the
I
end
remember
of
the
that.
first time I saw that with Scopa, and I was like, the ground shook for a
Yeah.
good 30 seconds. There's nothing like Christmas illuminations.
That end tag is amazing.
Yeah,
amazing.
You really have to experience it. Just the chest thumping.
You feel it. I mean,
effects
it's
from the fireworks. It's really just it's difficult to experience that outside of any like a major city's 4th of July.
But Matt says
fireworks.
you can go anywhere else, and it's not even on comparison.
Yeah, it's just disappointing everywhere else now.
Even like the Macy's, the 4th of July fireworks in New York that are tradition here. You
Right.
look at it and you're like, I've seen Illuminations. I don't need to go see that.
So jaded.
Yeah.
It's so true. Let's move on to Wishes and talk about that show.
Wishes.
Wishes. It's the show. Yeah, and so it gets stuck in your head for the rest of the evening. You're going home and you're on the monorail and you're just Wishes. I really think Wishes is the best fireworks show that I can remember in the Magic Kingdom. I think the music is really great here. This is what really separates Wishes from other fireworks shows. That it's got that really. It's not. I wouldn't call it catchy. It's not like a pop song. Obviously, it's just this really well arranged piece of music. I think, and that's what I really like about Wishes more than anything. The fireworks are okay. Not on. You're not going to tell. I can't argue that it's better than Illuminations in terms of like the fireworks, but. The music really is what stands out to me for Wishes.
The Wishes really, the version of Wishes really does a good job matching kind of the feeling of your day at the Magic Kingdom. That's what I like about it, is that it's got the children's voices, it's got all of the kind of the magical stuff of the Magic Kingdom, and it really the thing I like about Wishes is that it really seems to kind of tie off the end of the day in a nice way.
Yeah, there's lots of great things about Wishes. Like I love the the Fantasia scene with the brooms, where they fire off the boom, 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 and like one red firework shoots up and then two shoot up, and it's like it's like so perfectly choreographed to the music, to the fireworks. And I really think they really did a great job with, like I said, choreographing the fireworks to the music. And that really stands out and makes it such a great experience, because everything that goes on is so well emoted by the fireworks that are happening around you.
The one thing I don't like about Wishes, the one thing that Disney does, is that they promote sort of that you can see Wishes from anywhere in the park. Like you can see them from Frontierland or on Main Street. But I mean, when you watch it from Frontierland, it's so different, because you can see that the fireworks are way off in the distance to the left.
It's a
and
different,
the main show is on the castle. It's just, I mean, don't ever go and see it unless you're going to be somewhere on Main Street or on our favorite spot is the bridge on the way to Tomorrowland, somewhere along there, because it's totally different.
Yeah, I would say I usually watch it from like Crystal Palace, because that's an easier spot to get. Assuming you can kind of navigate the trees. But you're right, Fred. It's a little bit harder to find a spot because Main Street's the obvious place. You also don't want to be very close to the castle, because otherwise it's like it's the equivalent of being in a movie theater and being in the first row, and like you're looking straight up basically, and that's not a great vantage point either. So you want to be ideally somewhere on Main Street, but if that's not possible because of the crowds, you start to have to become creative. The Bridge to Tomorrowland's a good one. Actually the Noodle Station, although the Noodle Station was a good idea, now it's being used as a Wishes dessert party area, which means it requires separate admission, which is lame, but never mind. I don't know. Len, what are your thoughts on Wishes?
I think some of the best spots for it are either a little bit to the left or a little bit to the right of the central hub. I think a little bit to the right of the central hub, sort of on the bridge to Tomorrowland, or just right at the bridge to Tomorrowland, is probably the best spot. And maybe a little bit farther back, like over by the Plaza Restaurant.
What do you think?
Really good.
What do you think? You've had a little more experience with this, and Newell, I'd like to hear your opinion also. Is this the best fireworks show in the Magic Kingdom that the Magic Kingdom has ever had?
It's pretty good.
I think it is too. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't think of anything that's obviously better.
Although Hollow Wishes can be a little bit better than normal Wishes too.
Hollow Wishes?
Yeah.
The great thing about Hollow Wishes is the perimeter fireworks, where they shoot off fireworks in a 180-degree fashion, which is a really cool effect. I still prefer regular Wishes to Hollow Wishes a little bit, but that's just personal opinion.
Wishes has been there a while, right? Like has it been there longer than the predecessors?
It's been there since 2005, 2006.
Yeah, I think
it's lasted the longest.
is right, Len.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, so 5. We're going on 6 years now. That's
a long time.
It's a long time for Magic Kingdom. Yeah. Usually they mix it up every couple of years, or at least change the name of it or something.
Well, they changed it over the summer, but they brought it back.
Yeah.
Good point.
Well, I had said my favorite was my favorite of the fireworks was Fantasmic. Len, yours is Illuminations. Fred, what's yours?
Ooh, probably Illuminations. Although I like Fantasmic more than some other people do. I think Fantasmic's a great show. I think the important thing is that all three of them are definitely must-sees.
Absolutely.
They're all great shows.
Right. Yeah, it's not like the afternoon parades where you can skip some of them.
Right.
Yeah.
Noel, what's your favorite?
I'm going to go with Illuminations too. But I don't dislike Fantasmic. I just like Illuminations a little better.
And it's hard to call Wishes third. I mean, it's a fantastic show.
But you know what's interesting about Illuminations? I can be in Japan and do a slow walk towards the exit and still see the show while I'm walking. I don't think you can do that anywhere else.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
We've done it too. So now what I'm looking forward to is getting a seat at La Hacienda and watching it from there one night, preferably with a cool drink
and not an $1,800 bill.
Si, senor.
Yeah, there's actually some other great restaurants. Newell, you and I watched Illuminations one time from Tokyo Dining.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Yeah, we had
that was really great. We got there, Mike, at like what? It was like 8:45.
Yeah, it was 1:45.
Yeah, and like we were like, can we get a table by the window? And knowing probably full well we weren't going to get one. And somebody actually got up like right then and there, like they finished their meal. Like what are you doing?
Yeah, they left to go see. Well, they left.
Go back.
They left to go see from outside. They thought they had a better view going outside.
But that was a fun place. Again, you know, you have timing is everything. I hear Rose and Crown is a great place to watch it also, but again, it's kind of hard to get a seat, a perfect seat for that.
The outside of Rose and Crown is good, is a good view. But like you said, you know, you can ask for a table, but it's come 8:30. A lot of people are not leaving.
Yeah, you got to get there pretty early, like probably closer to about 8 o'clock or so, even earlier.
Yeah.
And then you got to have a Len Testa type dinner where you just sit there and
you keep ordering drinks, or you
take
keep
your
ordering
sweet time ordering everything.
Drinks for 90, whatever.
Yeah. You're right about that.
Any other restaurants that you guys like to watch eliminations from?
I think there's the big ones right there. I'm really looking forward to Mexico, and I'll bet that as Disney starts revamping some of their restaurants, you'll see them add the kind of feature, sitting out on the water, that you see at Mexico.
Oh yeah, it adds total value to it.
Oh yeah, like I'd be surprised if China didn't. And the only reason China might not do it is because of the way the drawbridge is located. So maybe they push over towards Norway a little bit more. But
yeah.
Oh,
and then speaking of restaurants to watch it from, also California Grill you can watch Wishes from.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And also Bay Lake Tower now. If you're staying on points at Bay Lake Tower DVC points, you can go up to the observation deck, and it's kind of interesting to watch from there. It's not my favorite place to watch from because the fireworks are way off base when you're watching it from over there. It's still a cool thing to see because you're
it's
so
just neat because there's fireworks over the Magic Kingdom, right?
Yeah, but I wouldn't be like, oh, you have to go see it every single time from over there. It's just kind of nice because from California Grill, you get up from your table and you go out to outside to a viewing balcony where you can watch the Wishes from, which is pretty cool. You can also watch it from Ohana. I think wasn't that infamous Ohana dinner the time that we watched Wishes from over there.
You can see it. I wouldn't say you can watch it from there, but you can see it.
Yeah, you can see it.
Yeah, it's kind of in the background.
Yeah, they do dim the lights, and sometimes they add the music. Sometimes I've been there and they haven't. I don't know if there was a technical problem, but they do dim the lights, and you can see it, but it's far off to the distance. I mean, you're a good quarter mile away, maybe.
Yeah,
maybe
it's
more.
not like you're really going to be seeing details and stuff like that.
Right, but you got to be up against the windows. Like if you're in the middle of Ohana or against the other side of the wall, it's difficult to see.
And I've never eaten there, but is Narcoossee's also you can see Wishes from, or is not so much?
No, it's too angled.
Okay.
And you might be able to see a little bit of the fireworks, but it's too low and too close to the edge of the Magic Kingdom that you can't really see it.
Makes sense. Well, that's going to do it for us today. I want to remind all of you that our sponsor is touringplans.com. And hey, if you're trying to figure out how you're going to see any of these fireworks shows, Wishes, Fantasmic, Illuminations, there's really no beating touringplans.com because they're going to have lots of great touring plans that are going to allow you to see all the other attractions in the park optimally with very little waiting time at all and get you in the perfect opportunity and the perfect spot to go check out any of these awesome fireworks shows. You can visit them at www.touringplans.com for more information. If you'd like to find our older episodes, read our show notes, or send us your comments, you can visit us at the WDW website at wdwtoday.com. For Len Testa, Mike Scopa, Mike Newell, and Fred Hazelton, I'm Matt Hochberg. We'll see you on the next show.
Stupid Judy, stupid energy.
This has been a production of Mouse World Radio.